Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. A look at the Pistons starting group. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cade Cunningham, and it's Thompson in at small forward. And for Toronto, Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Brandon Ingram, and it's Pirtle in at the center position. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Now here's Quickley. Outside Barrett. Thompson with a steal. The finish! And he lays it in on the break.
A nimble play by the Rook. Thompson had to stay agile to beat the contact.
Ingram against Hardaway. Outside Ingram. Let's go with a 3. Counted from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Ingram against Hardaway. On the wing, Thompson. And stolen by Barrett. The teardrop. That shot is off. Thompson with some nice D. Hardaway against Ingram. Hardaway, the pass to Duren. Harris outside. Here he goes.
And I like when Harris looks to create for himself. A multi-dimensional scorer with a take-charge attitude.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Detroit, Tobias Harris. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Capable of playing both the 3 and 4 spots, Harris's versatility is his greatest strength.
And Harris drops them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on.
Coach, when you talk to Ingram's teammates, they always bring up his remarkable work ethic.
Well, Brian, Brandon Ingram works hard. He loves the game. He wants to be great. He spends a lot of his free time studying the game instead of just hanging out and doing other things.
That free throw good from Ingram. Walter, he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Beasley's checked in for Thompson. And he can't hit the second. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Barrett against Cunningham. Beasley with a screen on Barrett. Cunningham against Barrett from down low. A Again, the miss by the Pistons. Toronto trailing. To the left wing. Back to Ingram. Here's Walter. He's guarded by Beasley. Outside Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Over Harris. And that one's good. Ingram. Ingram's got 6.
Anytime Ingram gets a look that close in, it's a great trip down the floor.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
You've been waiting for their return, and here they are, here on your North Side Crew.
.156 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Hardaway. Here's Harris. Hurdle with the block. It's Barrett on the wing, defended by Hardaway. Barrett passes to Pirtle. Duren with a steal. Here's Harris. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And nice strength from Harris, fending off the contact with ease.
And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Dan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him, but he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
Now here's Cunningham. No points so far. Pass to Duren. Now Harris, guarded by Quickly. Quickly with a rebound.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Here's Walter. Inside. Outside for Ingram. From the arc. Drains the triple. Ingram's got 9.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
Harris against Ingram. Back to Cunningham. Beasley for 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
To the inside. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, counted, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Defensive foul. Tobias Harris. That's his first personal foul.
This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. A big group substitution here for Detroit.
Brandon Ingram.
One shot.
Pistons trail by 5. On the wing, Thompson, covered by Ingram. Stewart, a screen on Ingram. Thompson right side. The floater. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for the Raptors. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. They've got Malik Beasley, Holland out there with Thompson, then it's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. Here's Shed, pass to Walter. And there's a pick. Here's Abaji. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Pistons trailing. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Bobo with a rebound. Thompson's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. To the middle. Here's Barnes. Thompson pulls it in. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Count that bucket.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Now here's Barnes. Still without a bucket. And again, Toronto, no good. Outside Schroeder. Down low. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Pass to Walter. Now here's Barnes. Shoots over Holland. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old-school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
Here's Mobo, and it's blocked. Pass to Thompson. Back to Schroeder. Clock at 6. Rebound by the Raptors. Outside Barnes. To snap the cold streak. Shoots over Stewart. Some solid defense from Stewart.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Pass to Schroeder. Here's Holland. He's guarded by Barnes. They set the pick. Holland can't hit. Raptors trail by 4. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Barnes, it's good.
That's a move you won't see many guys make. Impressive stuff.
The Pistons have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Our coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
you. Left feet there. We have a dancer. Substitution on the court.
Minute 32 left in the first half of this game. Pass to Thompson. Cunningham against Quickly. Shot clock at 6. Inside. And the dunk by Duren.
And nice work there in the pick and roll. Cunningham demonstrating improvement in knowing how to break defenses down.
Outside Ingram. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Back to Barrett. Over Hardaway. Shot is good by Barrett. Barrett's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, look at Barrett being resourceful on offense, not passing up those mid-range shot opportunities.
Cunningham passes to Duren. And here's Cunningham. No good from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside Barnes. Ingram on the wing. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And so it's Harris with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Cunningham against Pirtle. Cunningham outside. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Scotty Barnes on the receiving end of that one.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Pistons ahead, up by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Fans, direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot from the Bulls lead. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participants.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, this has been one outstanding game from Brandon Ingram.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And it's Detroit with the ball. 4-point game. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Brandon Ingram out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Barrett in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Thompson's shot is off.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's Ingram. Again, the miss by Ingram.
And that's just an off-balance, low-percentage shot, especially without room to operate.
Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Barrett. And so here is Toronto, trailing by 4. Nice move. That one is off. Nice D from Thompson. Well, Detroit's shooting pretty well at 45%. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Thompson against Barrett. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes, and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off out. And that one's good. Ingram.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks.
Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Get loud, fans! On the court is your house squad. Who wants a t-shirt?
Growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Ingram against Hardaway. Here's Ingram. He's got 14. 5 to shoot. Hardaway grabs the board.
He did the work to get inside, but still, you have to finish.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
That's his first personal foul.
Detroit shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting for Detroit, Tim Hardaway Jr. at the line for 2.
Shoot 2.
And he makes a first. Hardaway hits them both. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Hardaway against Ingram. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Moving so well at 6'8". Ingram can be a lot to handle, especially on the drive.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Duren. Here's Harris. Cunningham on the wing. Guarded by Quickly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, no good by Detroit.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Barnes. Oh, stolen by Harris. Here's the teardrop. And Duren with the basket on the assist by Thompson. Duren's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop Duren inside. Wow, just wow.
Quickly finds Ingram. And scoring. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
And the finish team is coming your way, man. Here they are, your North Side Crew.
A big group substitution here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Holland comes in for Thompson. Beasley's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Cade Cunningham. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. Quickly against Schroeder. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Holland for 3. Abaji with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Pass to Walter. And stolen by Beasley. .41 seconds left to play in the third. Schroeder with it. Now quickly defending. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Stewart. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Stewart's got his first points of the game.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Pass to Boucher. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. On the wing quickly. No one near him. Rebound Detroit.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Now Schroeder can't connect from short range. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Pistons ahead, up by 11. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And
there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for Detroit. They've got Dennis Schroeder, Simone Fontecchio out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Malik Beasley, and it's Reed in at the 5. Here's Abaji. He's guarded by Fontecchio. Here's Shed. Offline with a 3. The Pistons lead by 11. Here's Beasley. Soft touch off the glass.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Abaji. He's guarded by Fontecchio. There's the triple. Shed. That's good.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Outside Schroeder. Now here's Beasley, guarded closely. Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
He led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Shed, covered by Schroeder. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
The first one falls. Ingram's checked in for Toronto. Lawson comes in for Abaji. And a switch here also for Detroit. Cunningham's checked in. And that's good as he hits both shots. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. The Pistons lead by 10. And it's Cade with the finish inside.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. group getting ready for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Fontecchio. Thompson, he's checked in for Beasley. And Hardaway is subbed in for Schroeder. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Darko Rajakovic said to the team. They implored their guys to maintain their focus. The message was, don't commit any bad turnovers and no easy buckets. A simple message, Brian.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Pirtle against Duren. Picked by Pirtle. Quickly from outside. And again, Toronto, no good. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Raptors trail by 12. It's Barrett on the wing, defended by Thompson. Barrett passes to Barnes. Now here's Ingram. Hardaway grabs the board. Cunningham outside. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Harris down low, guarded by Quickly. Cunningham, right side. The 17-footer. Thompson, no good. Not a lot of time left for the Raptors in this one. Here's Ingram. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Harris.
Yeah, nice fake by Ingram, setting the defender up to fail.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
And that one misses. And the second free throw is good. Detroit leading by 11. Here's Cunningham. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Cunningham's gotten 4 this quarter.
Man, that right there gives you a sense of just how quick Cunningham really is.
Pirtle with a screen on Hardaway. And here's Ingram outside. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
The Pistons have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Cunningham attacks for 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
For Detroit, they've gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Pass to Duren. Pirtle against Harris. And here's Duren. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Tries it from 16. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Pistons.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Cade Cunningham.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
Time for t-shirts. Make some noise, everyone. We love to give away shirts to our loudest fans. Now is that time to grab a free shirt. It's that time, fans. T-shirt time.
A line change here for Toronto. .111 left in the fourth quarter. Out to the wing. Here's Shed. He's guarded by Fontecchio. And stolen by Stewart. And here's Sasser. Beasley outside. Up top, Stewart. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Toronto with a rebound. 35 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Battle. Pass to Mobo. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
At the line for your Raptors. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. So it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.